University Motors, and today I've got an MGA to look at. The new owner has recently purchased it, and he's been doing a little bit of work to it. So I'm just going to go around the car and surprise him with what I find and show you with things that I find. So it's like a 57 or something. It's the VIN is, oh, I can't read it, 30, I think. Trying to read it upside down, 3427. Anyway, it's a MGA 1500 with disc brake or drum brakes in the front, drum brakes in back. It's got wire wheels, and we're just going to go around it and look and see what's going on. So we'll check the left front shock to find that it is toast, to use the common breakfast expression. Look at this, just bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay, so those are rebuilt by Peter Caldwell at Worldwide Imports in Madison, Wisconsin. You don't have to do both of them at the same time. This one's all right, but if you do, then they come back matched, and that's nice. It gives Peter a little bit of extra work. So now we're going to come underneath the bonnet and just take a look at this and that. First of all, we're going to try to move the generator fan. I can't, which means that the fan belt is tight enough. The cooling fan is on correctly. They're very, very often installed backwards. There's a resistor on the coil. Why is there a resistor on the coil? It looks like a Lucas coil. So the ohms that you get, if you take one of these wires off and check the resistance between these 2 points, you either have about 1.5 ohms, which demands the resistor, or you have about 3.5 ohms, which demands just a 12 volt lead. And my guess is that this looks like a Lucas coil. I can't tell. It's marked plus and minus, not CB and SW, but I'd be surprised if that was really a 6 volt coil and that resistor is necessary. Take a look at the oil. Use the old-fashioned, let's see. And we'll come up, and it's very difficult to tell because the oil's so clean, but it's just above, it's halfway between the M on max and the high mark here, so oil looks okay. Washer solvent is empty, but very, very well, it doesn't work on this anymore. We've got a fuel filter in the system. That's a really, really good thing. They didn't have a fuel filter to begin with. This is where you want to put it, right here. If you're Mr. Original and you say, oh my God, I can't have a fuel filter underneath there because there wasn't one originally and I don't want it to look non-original, then get 2 fuel lines, one that you use all the time with a filter in it and one that you put on just for the show. You know? So we've got a more modern turn signal. I don't mean more modern, I just mean it's not Lucas, it's a Wagner 3-pin flasher unit. There are electronic ones now. I think it's an EL13 from Napa, and they are just dynamite, just great. So we're going to switch positions with a photographer. I'm going to come over on the left side of the car, and we're going to take a look at this and that. So these guys are loose. It's not uncommon to have these guys loose. When they're too loose, sometimes they'll rattle. These air filters are really, really, really tightly packed felt. You can buy these now. You can buy both styles, I think. Anyway, the workshop manual says cover the air filters in oil because the oil plus the original filter material pulls all the particulates out of the air. If you oil these, they get sucked down to about the size of a silver dollar and your car won't run. So you cannot oil these thick felt air cleaners. The float bowls are a little loose, not too bad. Stuff looks good. I can't get these caps off without a wrench. We'll check the pedal free plate. Uh-oh, no pedal free play. We have to have, well, maybe there's a trace here, but there's all but no pedal free play here. So we're going to get a wrench out and adjust the pedal. Oh, look at this. It's loose as it is. That's not good. Anything having to do with the brakes, you sure don't want to have it loose. But as long as it's loose, it's a 1/2 inch nut up here, jam nut, and we're going to come down, and you can hear it now. It still hasn't got quite enough play. There. Now that's got way too much pedal free play. When you go on the underside and put your index finger on the pedal and push it, it should only move about a 1/2 inch. And this is moving down there all of an inch. So we want just a trace of pedal free play here. That's probably enough. There's hardly any on the clutch. I'll go and get wrenches and we'll do that. So we take a look at the installation. This is a new master cylinder. You can tell because it's got hex cap screws on the top instead of the original Philister head. We've got bolts through here, and help me out, but I believe this is supposed to be 3/8, not 5/16, and these are coarse thread and they're way too long and there's no lock washers, so the installation could be better on that. Let's take, here's our choke cable here, and this guy used to go through a little clip. There was a little clip, I think, was it back here or was it up front? Maybe it was in the back, and that just holds it from getting way up here, just to make it look nice. There's some bolts loose up here, so there's some stuff to do underneath the bonnet, you know, to just sort it out, because the most important part of the car is the safety part, the brakes, the steering, and the brake lights. Let's just check the brake lights and see if those work. So Max will go around. I'm going to turn the key on, and we're going to press on the brake pedal. May have to press on a couple of times. Do you have any brake lights?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So we got brake lights. And I didn't check the wipers. Hey, those work nice. MGA wipers are 2-speed, right? Too fast or too slow. Doors close reasonably well for an MGA. Let me try the other side over here. Change positions with my cameraman. So that sounds more like an MGA door rather than that side. So that's just a quick on top view. We can always check the lights, see if the lights work, see if our tail lights work. We got tail lights. LEDs are really nice to have. This has got a Chinsel center high mount stoplight, and it also should light up on the underside to light up the license plate. This is too wiggly. Anytime anything wiggles, it's working to work harden some metal or ruin some bushings. We're going to come around in front, take a look, and see if both the headlights are working. They are. Both the lamps are working up front. That's real nice. They're missing the chrome trim that goes around them. Both of them. Oh, this one's got it, but that one does not. So just a quick cursory overview of an MGA. Let me turn this off. I don't want to check the battery for too long. Test it. Make sure it starts back up again. So there goes my air compressor. So it's time to end the video. So go to my website, press the button that says join our newsletter, and I'll send you an email the next time we have a Zoom session. Press the PayPal button. Thank you very much. And until later, safety fast.